walk, 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 walk. We walk, whoa. I was chasing my glory, then fell asleep. Woke me up and told me to go feed the sheep. Sent me deep in the streets just to bring them peace. Yeah, we be where them blickies be bustin'. Where they end your life with no discussion. But as soon as they see the light rushing, they know that the Lord walking with us, no bluffing. People say that I'm thick, I'm like, okay. Do you walk in the light and you throw shade? One more sense on my skin, I got no shame. We was preaching about Jesus before fame. Dig that. On my side, yeah, he been that. Ask the devil where my sins at. On the cross, cause he pinned that. Big dog where he sits at. That hit him, then he hit back. Resurrected, get his big facts. Told us hold it down till he get back. Get back to the business. I feel the spirit more through the city. I got the light shine to come get it. Walking with Christ, moving where it's gritty. Walking with Christ, moving where it's gritty. I feel the spirit moving through the city. I see the people trying to bring him with me. We got a light, tell him come and get it. Yeah, wow, with me. Step in the scene with the fly, had to keep it so steady. Don't fall for the fast, had to cut out the session. He got in the crop. All up spiritual weapons when miracles happen. I'm never surprised.
Welcome to Life Talk 21, the show designed to motivate you, to inspire you, and to give you strategies to help you live in the 21st century. And not just live, but I want you to be successful. And I'm your host, Eric Wortham. Wow, walk. That's Lecrae says walk. All right. But today I want to talk about something really quick. Trying to be your best self or trying to reach your full potential requires that you understand how to persevere despite people, how to persevere despite situations, how to keep pushing through despite what situations will look like. It does. Trying to be your best. That's why everybody doesn't do it, because the work that is required causes some people to stop because it gets hard, it gets intense. So really what I want to do today is I want you to understand that there's three people, or power, entities, however you want to look at it, but there's three things or people that you need to make sure that you're good with. And that's it. And everybody else is, we love everybody, but everybody is not for you. So it's three people that you need to make sure that you're good with. And when you make sure you're good with these people or this power, then you're good. You don't have to really worry about what people say, because people will try to stop you. I don't care who you are. You can be the nicest person in the world. There's still going to be somebody that say, I don't like them because they too nice. You're going to have people. And in a lot of situations, you're going to have multiple people that don't like what you're doing. Jealousy, whatever it is, man, they don't want to see you do well. So I said it's three people or powers. One is God. And in this order, I recommend that. God. Because God gives us the ability, He gives us the talent. And once you understand that you have talent, gifts, and abilities, and you have to find out what those are. Steve Harvey said is, the things that you can do best with the least amount of effort. And for me, I found my gift, simply because I kept finding myself doing it, speaking, encouraging, teaching, coaching. I kept finding myself in that arena, and I found out that it made me happy. At the end of the day, when I did it, it was a lot of work, especially coaching high school basketball. It's a lot of work and you have to teach, but I found it fulfilling. And so that's what you spend the early part of your life doing, is finding your gift. What is it that I'm supposed to do? And then you put all of your time and effort in that, because God has given you. He gives men gifts and abilities. So you have those things in you. You just have to develop them. But as long as I'm good with God, I'm good. That's a phrase that I say. As long as I'm good with God, I'm good. And so you have to make sure that you're pleasing to God, not to people. And you please God by loving Him and loving your neighbors. So that's your measure. Am I doing this? Do I love God? Am I loving my neighbor? That's the measure. Okay. So you make sure that you're good with God. Number two, make sure you're good with self. That sounds like it's really, really simple, but I promise you there's a lot more people that don't know themselves than who do know themselves. There's a lot more of us that don't know. We judge people and we don't even know why we believe what we believe. See, and even in the Bible, it tells us to be ready to give an accord to what we believe. The Bible says that we have to be ready to defend what we believe. And the problem with that is a lot of people don't know what they believe. They don't know why they believe what they believe. They just knew they grew up in that culture. They grew up and that's what their parents told them. You have to understand you. Okay? You have to be good with you. See, that was the key to me, man. Once I found out, I knew I was good with God, but then now I have to find out this is the gift that God gave me. This is who I am, and I'm satisfied with who I am. I found out my tendencies, my preferences. I found out why I do some of the things that I do. Some things I had to adjust because when I found out and I researched, I like, no, that's probably not a good one. And that's what we do. We grow, we change, we get better. So, but you have to be good with you. Many people are not good with them. And because you're not good with you, you're not going to be good with anybody. You're not. Everybody, your perception of everybody else is based on how you feel about you. Okay? And if you have a bad feeling about you, everything anybody says is going to be looked at as negative because that's how you feel about you. So you have to be okay with you. And the last one, now I put a question mark by this last one because for some people it's impossible. You want to be good with your family. Even if you have some issues, you want to try to work those out. And I put a question mark behind that because sometimes your family can be the one that is preventing you from being the best you, and for all those other reasons, jealousy, all that other stuff. So when it comes to that, then you have to keep pushing despite your family. Let me give you an example. When I was trying to overcome my drug alcohol addiction, I decided that I could not come around my family much. You know why? Because a lot of the things that I was addicted to is a lot of the things that we did as a family when we came together, which would make it harder for me to, kind of like walk away from it. All right. And so, but I did have my wife, I had my kids, as my support system. So, that's why I say, family is good, but there are some family members that may not have your best interests at heart, but you got to keep pushing. You don't hate on them. I didn't hate my family, even though some of them thought I was acting, above myself. That's why I didn't come around them. But no, I was trying to overcome. Once I was able to overcome, got control of myself, I could come around more. Okay. So, but you have to be okay with these three entities that I'm talking about, man. If you're not okay with those, You're going to be gullible. People will easily be able to steer you, especially if you don't know who you are. People will easily steer you the wrong way. I've seen so many things, even while COVID was going on. I've seen an article where a nurse at Henry County Medical was talking about everybody that's taking that vaccine shot is dying. And I'm like, come on, lady. And you're still working there? And people were believing her. You're still working there. You're not calling the authorities. You're not doing anything about it. So no, you're going to be gullible if you don't understand who you are. So God mean family. Okay? I'm Eric Wortham. Remember, be all you can be by doing all you can do. Yes! It's the turnout.
Did that. On my side, yeah, he been that. Ask the devil where my sins at. On the cross, cause he pinned that. Big throw where he sits at. That hit him, then he hit back. Resurrected, get his big facts. Told us hold it down till he get back. Get back to the finish. I could spend more through the city. I got the light shining, come get it. Walking with Christ, moving where it's gritty. Walking with Christ, moving where it's gritty. I feel the spirit moving through the city. I see the people trying to bring him